Okay, back in the lab. Resi 1K, trying this stuff out. It is ludicrously warm in here right now, so I'm going to keep this short and just set the print going and come back when it's done. Isn't this the stuff that killed Tasha Yar? Okay. Well, anyway, see you in a bit. Okay, and the print failed. I've already cleaned everything up. Asked for advice on Reddit, which was a mistake. Turns out the guy that is quickest to respond in the resin printing community is far more cunty than is necessary when helping people. Anyway, he's blocked me now, after I call him an asshole, so you know. Reddit is as Reddit does. That's peak Reddit right there. Anyway. Yeah. Currently a little too cold and raining, so probably a little too humid for me to give this another shot. Yeah, because this shit is not cheap. And I want to make sure I'm printing in ideal conditions so I don't waste any again. So, yeah, I'll see you guys when it warms up a little. And I can give this another shot. This time round, slightly different supports, re-angled cool parts. Tweak the settings a little because I found the actual settings. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Last time I flew too close to the sun, so this time I'm just going to go ahead and print the cones of calibration, which we'll see what they look like in a moment. I'll be back when those are done, and we can examine them and see how I need to adjust settings on my printer. Cones have failed. Shit. Some counsel on Reddit gave me some significantly better advice than the last guy, so we're back on. Currently printing the cones again just to calibrate. Very different settings this time in terms of lift height, lift time, all that jazz. I don't fully understand it, I'll admit, but you know. The important thing is that hopefully it works. Based on the cones of calibration, I can then dial in my exposure time and then get to the print that I'm planning on doing. So, see you guys in a few hours and let's hope this works. Okay, so a friend of the channel, my dad, confirmed this morning, when he came and switched the printer off, that we have a success. So with this in mind, I'll get it off the build plate and take a look at the cones. Okay, what we have here is out of focus. Please? No, I want you to focus on the... Jesus Christ. Okay. I mean, in fairness, hang on a second, let's try this backdrop. There we go. So, what we have here is upside down. Out of focus again. So, would you kindly... There we go. Tabletop Foundry is cones of calibration. This side is labelled success. You want all these to succeed and stay in focus. Hold on a second, let me just... Right. Okay. Put you down there. Lock focus. There, okay. So, this side then is the success side. You want this side of the print to succeed, all 5 cones to meet in the middle. As you can see, I've got 3. Which isn't that bad for a first try. Well, this is my 3rd try, so make of that what you will. You know, the fail side, these look identical in the print file, but are set up such that they should not, in fact, meet up. And you just end up with, you know, half of them and not the other half. So, with that in mind, yeah, I'd say my settings need a little more fine-tuning. Need just a little more time on the layer to get this working fully. So, run off another one of these, check it tonight, and if it works, get something finally on the go. See you guys in a few. Yep, okay, another calibration on the go. Behind me is part of something. Friend of the channel, my dad is also out here. He's working on an Oblivion drone. What have we got on the print bed at the moment, just out of curiosity?
Back half of the main body.
Ah.
There's the front.
Yeah, yep. Anyway, get back to you guys when this next one's printed, see how we're doing with it. Okay, technically there was about half an hour left on this print, but we're on to the top part. So I think I'd pull it early, and that's not what we're hoping for. You know, that is fuck. Okay. Back to the previous settings, I guess, and let's try the print with those. Okay, second cones are in, you can see. All the fails failed. The successes didn't all succeed. So, with that in mind, I'm going to crank up the exposure a little more. Might go up a full second this time. Yeah, going the minimal difference, I reckon I can afford to get a 15. So, I'll try that when the weather's good. And that'll be the next step, I guess. Okay, trying this again. Last print failed. This is still the 15-second layer exposure. We'll see if this does a trick. See you guys when I know what's happened. Another failure. As you can see, nothing on the plates, meaning it hit the FEP. So, bearing in mind that I know from experience that the base layers for this are unaltered, so they should print fine. This means that through a process of elimination, this is linked with either the build plate or the FEP. So for this next run, I'm going to clean the build plate and I'm going to resand it. The benefit of that, sorry, as you can see it's 30.4 degrees in here, it's hard to think. The benefit of that is that it should adhere better. I'm hoping it's that, because changing the FEP is an absolute ball ache. I will time lapse it if I do it, just so you see how many screws are involved. Anyway, back when I'm printing again. Okay, build plate is freshly scuffed. I have my suspicions that it's the FEP. I really hope it isn't, because that's an absolute pain in the ass to change. We'll get there if we get there when we get there, if we need to do it, which I really hope we don't. Anyway, see when this has either worked, or I need to unscrew and rescrew about 48 screws. Oh, thank God.
Is it doing it properly?
Yep.
Oh, brilliant.
Can't tell if the fail side has failed yet on anything else, but it's actually printed.
Right.
Actually, while I'm in here, let's just show off what friend of the channel my dad's working on. An oversized skeleton. And here's the weekend project of replacing the battery in this Pokemon Emerald cartridge. That's staying in. Okay, finally got everything dialed in properly, I think. 5 successes, 5 failures. So, I'll set the actual print going now, and see when that's done. So, I'd call this about an 80% success. All 3 of the out of focus, all 3 of the small blasters here printed fine. All 3 of the, well, basically both of the larger ones, similarly printed fine. I still need to clarify a couple of small supports on those. The 2 accessory weapon sets that out of focus. Would you kindly? No. 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 You know, 2 smaller weapon sets for the Taco Toys release, printed fine. And they also each include a out of focus rifle as well. Come on. Please. Come on. Come on, there we go. As you can see, these still need to have some as you briefly saw, these still need to have some supports removed. And of the 2 test masks, look at this absolute beauty. This out of focus beauty. Please. Please, my family are starving, please. There. An absolute beauty of a Monog How. Next up then is getting these fully cured and then showing off just how durable they are. Back in a few minutes. Okay, so for context then. Right is the Resione, not the Resione, the Sunlu from the previous Lucas Build Labs video on the left. And difficult to get to pick up on in this lighting. Hang on. On top of the jam jar full of isopropyl then, in the hopes of getting it to focus better. There we go. Please, there we go. Yeah, is this bad boy. Now, this is freshly cured. And honestly, it came out remarkably well. That's actually full force pinching there. That would probably break a leather mask. Instead, however, totally fine. Yeah, so the Resione K. Little tricky to handle, but it stands up to rough handling beautifully. So, I'll be back when I eventually get the Vahi to print to show off what else is you can show off the same kind of stress testing that resulted in the Sunlu cracked Vahi. See you in a few. Okay. Let's see if this print was successful. Let's see if I can open the damn door first. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like everything is there. Well, I've actually had a look at all this stuff later on. Right now I'm going to do some Sun Pokemon Go. And as you can see, the Vahi printed just fine this time, so let's get cured and get the same tests as the previous one. Okay, and I now finally have the Resione K Kanoe Vahi, and as you can see, it's flexible but resilient. Right, let's do a wall test. The very top of the nose section snapped off. So basically the absolute thinnest part broke, but the rest is fine. Let's try it again. Very slight scratches on the edge there. Once more for luck. And no additional damage. So basically, this, I'd say, is the ideal resin for mask printing. Because, like, look at this. Totally fine. Springs back. This one I printed because it's specifically fragile. Anyway, see you next time.